In an era when ancient wisdom was buried under years of ritualistic practices, when games became wars and wars were played like games, a young boy was found in deep meditation in a quaint village in South India known as Ravi Shankar. He would say, "I have family everywhere. People are waiting for me." He astonished his teachers by reciting the Bhagavad Gita at a tender age of 4. With his education in Vedic literature and physics and his deep and profound knowledge of the spiritual world, he became one of the most prominent sages of the modern world. All through his life, he has been reviving ancient knowledge and creating tools and techniques that have benefited millions across the globe in living a deeper and a more joyous life. In 1981, the Art of Living was established by Gurudev Sri Sri Ravi Shankar. Nurtured by his care and contribution, the Art of Living has rapidly grown across 156 countries, reaching over 450 million people.
More people are searching harder for inner peace these days. Would you agree?
Correct.
One of Gurudev's most unique offerings to the world is the Sudarshan Kriya, a powerful breathing technique that facilitates physical, mental, emotional and social well-being. He has designed 57 exclusive courses that empower individuals and cater to the needs of a wide spectrum of institutions in the society. Back then, Gurudev started the Art of Living service projects by taking responsibility of reviving a sinking school which had no funds. Today, his intention has manifested in over 702 free schools, which provides education and food to more than 80,000 children in rural and tribal parts of India. During the COVID-19 pandemic, the Art of Living Foundation pioneered the I Stand With Humanity initiative, providing more than 80 million meals to the daily wage earners in over 170 cities across India. The service initiative during the pandemic included the distribution of 6,000 tons of food to 5 million families. It helped set up 7 COVID care hospitals and provided with over 200,000 PPE kits. Trauma relief programs were also conducted for more than 1 million migrant laborers and COVID warriors to bring mental relief. To combat the fear, stress and anxiety during such times, Gurudev launched the World Meditates campaign and also personally conducted online guided meditations twice daily, touching the lives of millions by bringing solace and keeping the hope alive. From childhood, Gurudev had immense faith in the principle of non-violence. With escalating violence and conflict in the world, Gurudev has brought peace in situations where war seemed like the only solution. Thousands of militants and Naxalites laid down their weapons and chose meditation in the northeast and other parts of India. His efforts include bringing an end to a 52-year-old fierce conflict between the FARC and the Colombian government.
Ojalá podamos los colombianos abrazar pronto el principio gandiano de la no violencia. Coincidimos con el maestro Shankar.
Gurudev has visited Iraq several times and addressed peace conferences to bring respite to the nation and its citizens. He has hosted a series of trust-enhancing interventions in Jammu and Kashmir, providing all the stakeholders to voice their opinions in an effort to restore peace in the valley.
I was named Muhammad, but after becoming a militant, I was called Khalid. We had been taught to operate guns, arms and train other youths. But now, after doing the Art of Living course and meeting Sri Sri, we realized we had chosen the wrong path. We now want to spread love and non-violence in Kashmir.
Gurudev's programs have impacted people involved in armed conflicts across the world making him a global ambassador of peace.
We gather today in this wonderful occasion of tolerance, blessed by our Master of Love.
Gurudev strongly believes that behind every culprit there is a victim crying for help. The Art of Living prison program is helping to rehabilitate the prisoners. It has reached out to over 800,000 prisoners globally and has brought immense transformation in their lives.
I used to actually look forward to fights. But now since doing this course, I'm a total different person. I can now walk away from a fight.
I don't think any human being is totally bad. If he's bad, it's only his understanding, his behavior, his actions. But there is a good side to him, and I only see that.
The Art of Living's Welcome Home Troops project has transformed lives and brought veterans out of aggression and depression. 94% of these veterans who were suffering from the unseen wounds of war reported peace of mind and reduced stress and anxiety levels. The Art of Living has also been working towards the betterment of the environment. 40 plus rivers and thousands of water bodies in India have been revived. Conducted more than 100,000 cleanliness drives. Planted over 81 million trees in 36 countries. More than 2.2 million farmers have been trained to adopt natural farming till date. Gurudev found the Shri Shri Rural Development Program Trust to empower rural India. Volunteers have developed thousands of model villages across India, providing solar energy to over 90,000 individuals under Light a Home project. Gurudev's vast global network of volunteers is well known for mobilizing trauma and disaster relief for the affected populations around the world. In a world torn apart by religious, social, national and cultural divides, Gurudev's vision is to see the whole world as one family. Gurudev inspired Guinness World Record events like the World Culture Festival. The festival brought together over 3.75 million people from 155 countries with spectacular performances on a breathtaking 7-acre stage equivalent to 6 football fields by 36,602 dancers and musicians from around the globe, celebrating the diversity of all faiths and cultures. The Art of Living has hosted historic events leading to multiple Guinness World Records.
If you can have a mind of a scientist and a spiritual force of His Holiness Sri Sri Ravi Shankar Ji gives, then we have a beautiful world and happy world and prosperous world.
And organizing a meeting no politician on earth could ever dream of.
The Art of Living Foundation. For 25 years it worked on programs promoting peace, combating violence and drug addiction, empowering our youth. It has an incredible following that cuts through all religions, cultures and backgrounds. A very, very difficult thing to do in today's world.
Gurudev has been conferred with numerous awards around the globe, including the highest civilian award of Colombia, Mongolia and Paraguay, the Padma Vibhushan, one of India's highest civilian award, and 21 honorary doctorates globally. His vision for the world is to see a smile on every face and create a stress-free and violence-free society.
The voice of peace, the voice of truth should be heard loud and clear.
In an era when ancient wisdom was buried under years of ritualistic practices, when games became wars and wars were played like games, a young boy was found in deep meditation in a quaint village in South India known as Ravi Shankar. He would say, "I have family everywhere. People are waiting for me." He astonished his teachers by reciting the Bhagavad Gita at a tender
Gurudev, we are fortunate and honored to have you with us and grateful for your precious time. And we welcome all the viewers across the globe. And we are pleased to share today that we are joined by directors of leading coaching institutes across the country. Millions of students trust these leaders present here with us to lay the foundation of their successful future. Mr. Govind Maheshwari ji from LN Career Institute, Mrs. Sushma Bopanna from Sri Chaitanya Educational Institutes, Mrs. Sharini Ponguru from Narayana Group, Mr. J.C. Chaudhary and Mr. Akash Chaudhary from Akash Institute and Mr. Praveen Tyagi from ACE IIT and Medical. A very warm welcome to all our esteemed panelists today. And I'm sure we all are excited about this evening, keeping our spirits high for Utsaah 2020. Gurudev, we would be inviting the panel to ask a question or share a thought with you to seek your insight. With all your permissions, shall we begin?
Sure, yeah, go ahead. Very good.
To begin with, Gurudev, we have Mr. Govind Maheshwari, Director, LN Career Institute. Govindji is associated with many service projects of religious organizations, educational institutes, and NGOs. Also, he has been awarded an honorary doctorate in Vedic Yoga by Yoga Sanskritam University, Florida. He has contributed immensely in promoting Indian heritage and culture by instilling human values amongst students. स्वागत है आपका गोविंद जी, आप गुरुदेव के समक्ष अपना प्रश्न रख सकते हैं।
सबसे पहले गुरुदेव के चरणों में प्रणाम प्रस्तुत करता हूं और आज ये सुंदर अवसर मिला है आपसे पुनः मिलने का और मैं आपके माध्यम से हजारों लाखों बच्चों, युवाओं, छात्र छात्राओं की मन की जिज्ञासाओं, प्रश्नों का कुछ समाधान चाहता हूं। उस श्रृंखला में मैं पहला प्रश्न ये करने जा रहा हूं आपसे। अभी वर्तमान में विश्व में महामारी चल रही है कोरोना, और इस कोरोना से हर इंसान भयभीत है, आशंकित है, डरा हुआ है, और खास तौर से जो युवा वर्ग है, छात्र छात्राएं हैं, ये तो बड़े असमंजस में है कि उनका भविष्य क्या होगा, उनकी पढ़ाई कैसे होगी, उनके सपने पूरे भी होंगे कि नहीं होंगे, क्योंकि उन्होंने तो अभी दुनिया देखी नहीं है। तो उनके इन सपनों को पूरा करने में जो अड़चने हैं, जो मुश्किलें हैं, और उससे उनके स्वभाव में, उनके व्यवहार में भी बड़ा परिवर्तन आ रहा है, वो कुछ नेगेटिव हो चले हैं। ऐसे समय में आप उन्हें कुछ ऐसे 2-3 सूत्रों के माध्यम से कुछ ऐसा मार्गदर्शन दें कि वो अपनी इस नेगेटिविटी को दूर कर सकें, संतुलित हो सकें, सकारात्मक हो सकें, और तो और प्रसन्न होकर उत्साह के साथ अपने लक्ष्य की प्राप्ति में आगे बढ़ जाएं। या यूं कहें कि इस चुनौती को एक अवसर के रूप में लें। ऐसा मार्गदर्शन आपसे अनुरोध करता हूं। जय गुरुदेव।
हाँ महेश्वरी जी, घर में सब कुशल है ना गोविंद जी?
हाँ सब कुशल हैं, बिल्कुल कुशल। आप देख रहे हैं मेरी आपके दर्शन हुए थे, कोटा पधारे थे, ऑफिस भी आए थे, बहुत अच्छा लगा था। वही दिन दोबारा याद आ रहे हैं।
देखिए, आपके जनरेशन माने हम लोगों के जनरेशन में कितने सारे चुनौतियां आया करती थी उन दिनों में। जब हमारे बचपन के समय पे गेहूं का बहुत बड़ा अभाव था देश भर में, फिर 62 का युद्ध हुआ, फिर 71 का एक युद्ध हुआ, उस वक्त भी बड़ा एक लो चल रहा था देश भर में, आर्थिक संकटें बढ़ती रही। बचपन में जब चुनौतियों को हम अनुभव करते हैं ना, फिर हम कुशल हो जाते हैं, हमारे भीतर एक नई उमंग पैदा होता है। तो ये जो परिस्थिति है आज की, इस परिस्थिति में हमारे युवाओं के भीतर वो जोश जगना चाहिए, जोश जगे कि हम इसका मुकाबला करेंगे और इसमें हम यशस्वी होकर आगे निकलेंगे। ये मैं समझता हूँ युवाओं के भीतर होनी चाहिए। ये भाव जगाना भी हम सबका कर्तव्य है कि ना कि ये सोचते रहना ये एक बहुत बड़ा संकट आ गया भाई और क्या होगा आगे, क्या होगा। ये जो सोच है ये युवा के लिए शोभा नहीं देता। चिंता युवाओं के लिए शोभा नहीं देती है, चिंतन युवाओं के लिए रत्न बनता है।
निश्चित बात है।
Enlightening Gurudev. Gurudev, also we have Mrs. Sushma Bopanna, Academic Director of Sri Chaitanya Education Institution and alumnus of BITS Pilani, Shushma ji has achieved monumental feats in the field of technology, medicine, and education. With her inspiring approach, she is known for inspiring many IITians in the field of teaching and contributing and inspiring them to contribute back to the society. I would request Shushma ji to ask the question.
Namaste, Gurudev.
Namaste.
Greetings from Sri Chaitanya and the entire team of Sri Chaitanya. So I have a basic but a complex question. Today, I feel I am a parent of a 14 and 15-year-old, and we deal with so many parents of teenage children and younger children. And what we notice is, there are two types of parents. I think the parenting today is a bridge between the traditional parenting and the parenting with digital age, because there's a lot of variation. So we daily come across two different types of parents who really believe in their children, who make sure their children are comfortable, happy all the time, and they hesitate to correct children when they are wrong. And they try to go along with whatever the child wants. And that way, being educators and teachers, our role has changed also. Like 20 years ago, where a teacher would take a strict measure in correcting a child, today a teacher is very hesitant to take that measure because the parent is not encouraging that behavior or that opportunity for that correction. So we're struggling with those kind of elements with parents, and who later on go on to complain that kids are not listening to them. And then they look up to us when it's too late. And then there is the other type of parents who are very conservative, traditional, and they want to impose their belief system onto the children and take away the independence and spirit of the child. And, that causes pressure. I think both things cause pressure in children. So what kind of independence is good, or what is a balance that should work towards at least?
You have said it, Sushma ji. It has to be the middle path. For a horse to run, you cannot keep the reins pulled very, tight, nor can you let it loose so loose, Even for music to come out of sitar, the strings cannot be too tight or too loose. It has to be in the right middle, way. Same with parenting. Parenting is an art by itself. You have to give them freedom. At the same time, you have to define the boundaries. What they should cross, what they should not cross. Yeah? You have to put them under some discipline. Often people think discipline is against freedom. There is always a perceptual notion that freedom and discipline are two different things. It's not so. It's the discipline that brings us freedom, gives us freedom. Similarly, it's a freedom that helps us to form our own discipline. They are complementary to each other. So parents must understand this. In the name of freedom, they cannot do away with discipline, which would be chaotic, and the kids cannot, row their own boat then. On the other hand, if you are tightening the noose around the neck so much in the name of discipline, they can't even breathe. So now you will kill them. So you need to follow the middle path, wherein certain times you have to put your foot and say, this is it, this is the limit. Another time, encourage them to have more talents. This can happen when both the family and the education system as teachers, we pay attention not just only to information, stuffing information into kids, but developing their personality, developing their psychology. Very little attention today is given to nutrition and psychology. If we get these two things online, I think our kids can be the brilliant ones in the whole world. Yeah.
Thank you.
That was very enlightening, Gurudev. Also, we have with us Mrs. Sharini Ponguru. Director, Narayana Group, an MBA from UK. Sharaniji is an educationist known for her enthusiastic leadership in designing an interactive curriculum that greatly enhances student learning experience. Sharaniji, you may please ask your question.
Namaste, Gurudev. So I take a lot of, first of all, I would like to thank you for giving me this opportunity on behalf of the entire Narayana family. I draw a lot of inspiration personally from your speeches, and there's so many students out there who are enlightened by your speeches. And recently I have performed, I have learned the Sudarshana Kriya, and I've got a lot of positive energy, and my mental energy also, my mental energy have definitely improved. I felt more confident and I felt a lot lighter. So I thought if students are given the opportunity to learn the Sudarshana Kriya, definitely it will help them overcome stress, especially at this point of time. So today, on behalf of the entire Narayana group, especially on behalf of the students, one common question student addresses: how do students achieve success in their life, and what is that one recipe for a successful student career?
You want the answer in one word or in many words?
Maybe in many words, because it will be more clear.
Okay, one word I would say is confidence. Their self-confidence is the basis of their success. Now,
Check. Jai Gurudev. Check one. Check. Jai Gurudev. Check one.
Gangadhara Gangadharaya Namo Lingeshwaraya Namo Parameshwaraya Namo Om Namah Shivaya Namo Om Namah Shivaya Namo Om Namah Shivaya Namo Om Namah Shivaya Namo Chandrasekharaya Namo Chandrasekharaya Namo Ganga.
if not this time, you will definitely be able to do it. Correct. They give up at the very first attempt because they lack self-confidence. And the self-confidence comes when they do Kriya, when they do meditation, when they do pranayama. That keeps them going. Yeah?
Thank you. Today, moving ahead, we have Mr. J.C. Chaudhary, Chairman and Managing Director, and Mr. Akash Chaudhary, CEO at Akash Educational Services Limited. Mr. J.C. Chaudhary has been awarded with Global Education Leaders Award 2018 for shaping the dreams of millions of medical and engineering aspirants. And Mr. Akash Chaudhary is an alumnus of Harvard Business School, recognized as one of the disruptive leaders by Business World, and was listed among the coveted 40 under 40 young leaders list. Would request you may please put forth your question.
गुरुजी नमस्कार। मेरा क्वेश्चन ये
कैसे हैं आप?
बिल्कुल
कैसे हैं आप?
बिल्कुल ठीक है, कृपया आपकी। आजकल स्टूडेंट्स जो है काफी प्रेशर में रहते हैं, टेंशन में रहते हैं और कई बार डिप्रेशन में चले जाते हैं। इसके अनेकों कारण हैं जिसकी वजह से ऐसा हो रहा है, और मैं महसूस करता हूँ उनमें से एक कारण उनके पेरेंट्स ही होते हैं। जो पेरेंट्स के ओवर एम्बिशंस होते हैं, एक्सपेक्टेशंस होती हैं बच्चों से, और बच्चों को जो कंपैरिजन करते हैं अपने बच्चों का दूसरों के साथ, वो ये कर रहा तुम ये नहीं कर पा रहे, तुम्हारा भाई कर सकता है तुम नहीं कर सकते, ये भी उस टेंशन में कंट्रीब्यूट करते हैं बजाय उसके हेल्प करने के। मैं चाहूँगा आपके माध्यम से उन पेरेंट्स को भी आप थोड़ा सा तरीका बताएं कैसे बच्चों को एनकरेज करें, ओवर वरिंग करना और उनको हर बार इस चीज़ का एहसास कराना कि हम आप पे पैसे खर्च कर रहे हैं, हमारे ये रिजल्ट आना चाहिए, टॉप पोजीशन आनी चाहिए। बच्चा कई बार पेरेंट्स को बहुत प्यार करता है और उनकी उम्मीदें पूरी करने के लिए अपने आप को बहुत ज़्यादा स्ट्रेच करता है, जिससे वो टेंशन में आ जाता है। तो एक बैलेंस था, कोई एक एडवाइस हो जिसमें कि पेरेंट्स भी ये ध्यान रखें कि उतना ही उसको स्ट्रेच करें जितना बच्चा बर्दाश्त कर सकता है, बार बार रिमाइंड करके उसको परेशान ना करें।
हाँ, ये आप जो सही फरमा रहे हैं, आज पेरेंट को भी अपना एंजाइटी है, वो अपनी एंजाइटी को अपने बच्चों के ऊपर थोप देते हैं, और बच्चों को तो होता ही है, पीयर प्रेशर होता है, पेरेंट की तरफ से प्रेशर होती है, तो उनको समझ में नहीं आता इस वक्त क्या करें। एक तरह से तिलमुला जाते हैं बच्चे, एक तरह से डिप्रेशन हो, दूसरी तरह से एग्रेशन, इतना आक्रोश से भर जाते हैं बच्चे, तोड़फोड़ करने लगते हैं। इन दोनों से बच्चों को मुक्त करना हो तो इनको उनको अपनी जो शक्ति का परिचय कराना चाहिए हमें। अक्सर हम बच्चों को कहते हैं कि ये नहीं करो, ये नहीं करो, ये गलत है, गलत है, ये सही है, ये नहीं कर, ये करना चाहिए, गलत है, ये नहीं करना चाहिए। मगर वो गलतियों को ये कैसे अवॉइड करें, जीवन में कैसे इससे बचें, इसका कोई रास्ता नहीं बताते हैं। हाँ, अभी कोई दुखी है तो हम कह देते हैं दुखी मत रहो, मगर वो दुख से बाहर कैसे आए, इसका उपाय कोई नहीं बताता है। मन में नकारात्मक भावनाएं भरी रहती है, किसी से ईर्ष्या होगी, किसी के प्रति द्वेष हो गया, किसी से क्रोध हो गया। इन सब भावनाओं से कैसे ऊपर उठे, ये एक बड़ी समस्या रहती है। बच्चे भी नहीं चाहते हैं नकारात्मक मानसिकता में बने रहे, मगर उस मानसिकता से बाहर आने के लिए उनको रास्ता आवश्यक है। तभी तो उनको योग और प्राणायाम, ध्यान, क्रिया, सुदर्शन क्रिया, ये सब बहुत काम आते हैं उनको। तब वो इन चीजों से जब हट पाते हैं, निकल पाते हैं, और मन जब प्रसन्न होता है, फिर कुछ भी असंभव नहीं होता उनको इनके लिए अचीव करने का। वो कर बैठते हैं, जो भी करना हो करने के लिए वो तत्पर होते हैं। तो हमें बच्चों के मानसिकता पर अवश्य ध्यान देना चाहिए, जो कम ध्यान देते हैं आजकल, चाहे अध्यापक हो, चाहे माँ बाप हो, बच्चों के मन की स्थिति पर अधिक ध्यान नहीं देते हैं। जब बिगड़ जाता है तो परेशान होते हैं। इसी तरह से भोजन का भी मैंने पहले भी कहा, हम भोजन के बारे में बहुत कम जानकारी रखते हैं। बच्चों को सिर्फ कार्बोहाइड्रेट का भोजन देते हैं, या इम्बैलेंस्ड, जो संतुलन नहीं है, ऐसा भोजन उनको देते हैं। संतुलित भोजन बच्चों को देना चाहिए, जिसमें कार्बोहाइड्रेट है, प्रोटीन है, अमीनो एसिड्स है। ये सब न्यूट्रिशन वैल्यू हम बहुत कम जानते हैं। देखिए, सब्जी के नाम से हम क्या लेते हैं, आलू, बैंगन, टमाटर, यही अक्सर देते हैं। आलू, बैंगन, टमाटर, यही ज्यादा से ज्यादा चलता है। ग्रीन्स बहुत कम यूज करते हैं। हमें क्या करना चाहिए, बच्चों को बीन्स, भिंडी, ये सब नित्य प्रति देना चाहिए। अब रोटी, चावल, आलू, तीनों के तीनों कार्बोहाइड्रेट है। ऐसे सिर्फ कार्बोहाइड्रेट ही खाते हैं बच्चे, प्रोटीन की कमी होती है, तो इनकी न्यूट्रिशन में बहुत बड़ी कमी होने से फिर इनकी मानसिकता, इनकी बुद्धिमत्ता, इन सब में इसका असर पड़ जाता है। और बहुत तली हुई भोजन करते, रोज रोज तली हुई भोजन करने से, रोज रोज समोसा, ये सब पूड़ी कचौरी खाने से क्या होता है, बच्चों को लिवर पर बड़ी जोर पड़ते। लिवर कहते हैं दूसरा ब्रेन है। यदि लिवर ठीक नहीं होता है तो व्यक्ति के जो अटेंशन स्पैन में भी बहुत कमियां आ जाती है। तो इनका सेहत ठीक रखना हो तो संतुलित भोजन होनी चाहिए, जिसमें कार्बोहाइड्रेट हो, दाल हो, कार्बोहाइड्रेट हो, और साथ साथ वेजिटेबल्स हो, मिनरल्स जिसमें मिनरल्स मिलते हैं। भोजन और व्यायाम, ये दोनों के साथ साथ प्राणायाम, ये 3 हो तो डल से डल माने मंद बुद्धि वाले भी चमक जाएंगे। फिर ये हमारा अनुभव है। अपना ये जो स्कूल चलाते हैं ना चौधरी जी, अपना कई जगह स्कूल्स चलते हैं बच्चों के, फ्री स्कूल्स ट्राइबल एरियाज में। ये सब फर्स्ट जनरेशन लिटरेट्स है, कभी इनके माता पिता कभी स्कूल नहीं गए। ऐसे बच्चे आज इतने अच्छा मार्क्स ले रहे थे और बहुत ब्रिलियंस इनमें आ गया, क्यों? इनको हम ये दोनों बातों पर ध्यान देते हैं, सही व्यायाम और सही भोजन और सही व्यवहार लोगों के साथ। तो मुझे लगता है ये बहुत आवश्यक है, माता पिता भी इस पर ध्यान दें, न्यूट्रिशन पर पूरा ध्यान रखें।
अपना बच्चा दोस्त बना लें और दोस्तों की तरह उसके बाद बिहेव करें तो ये प्रॉब्लम काफी हद तक सॉल्व हो सकती है। तो हमेशा ही माता पिता ही बने रहते हैं, दोस्त नहीं बन पाते। तो दोस्ती उनके साथ कर देंगे तो शायद वो ज्यादा अच्छा बदलते।
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल चौधरी जी। And Gurudev, also to share with you, we have Mr. Praveen Tyagi, MD, PACE IIT and Medical. He is an alumnus of IIT Delhi with an intention to make quality education accessible to the remote test part of India. And he has founded Eduis Fun Technologies Step Up with that intention. Please go ahead, Praveen ji. आप गुरुदेव के समक्ष अपने विचार रख सकते हैं. You may ask your question, please.
Guruji, namaskar. It's a privilege to see you and listen to you and get inspired. गुरुजी, एजुकेशन इस वक्त एक एम्प्लॉयबिलिटी का वेपन बनी हुई है, मतलब एक जरिया बनी हुई, इंस्ट्रूमेंट बनी हुई है। आईआईटी से बीटेक करने के बाद खुद मेरे मन में ये प्रश्न थे जिनके कोई आंसर्स कहाँ से कैसे पता चले कि लाइफ का पर्पस क्या है और करना क्या है और किन किन चीजों पे सबसे ज्यादा ध्यान देना है। मतलब कोई भी आप प्रोसेस शुरू करते हैं तो मुझे लगता है स्कूलों में बच्चों को थोड़ा सा ये कंपोनेंट, मैं आपसे पूछना चाहूंगा कि अगर एक आदर्श स्कूल सिस्टम आपको डिजाइन करना हो तो उसमें वो आदर्श स्कूल कैसा होगा? मतलब हम सब लोग एजुकेशन में हैं और उस डायरेक्शन में काम कर भी रहे हैं, बट जो क्वेश्चन आपकी एडवाइस, गाइडेंस और आपके शब्द हमें एक दिशा दे सकते हैं वो बहुत ही वैल्यूएबल होंगे। तो गुरुजी, आपकी सोच क्या है कि एक आइडियल स्कूल कैसा हो और किन चीजों पे, किस तरह से उस चीज को पेडागोजी का हिस्सा बनाया जाए? अभी तो मैथ, साइंस, हम लोग तो कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्जाम्स की तैयारी कराते हैं, बच्चों को रात दिन एक दूसरे से compete करना सिखाते हैं, जबकि जो फंडामेंटल्स ऑफ लाइफ हैं, जो सबसे बुनियादी चीजें हैं कि मैं देखता हूँ कोई IIT करके कहीं जाके करप्शन करे तो उसकी तो वो पूरी पढ़ाई का ही अर्थ खत्म हो गया। सो व्हाट आई एम आस्किंग यू इज कि किन चीजों को मतलब सबसे ज्यादा महत्व देना चाहिए और आपके हिसाब से एक आइडियल स्कूल, क्योंकि जो उसकी आत्मा है, जो उसकी कोर है, वो शायद आपसे बेहतर कोई और नहीं बता सकता।
मैं एक शब्द में कहूं तो व्यक्तित्व निर्माण। व्यक्तित्व ऐसा बन जाए फिर वो व्यक्ति कहीं भी एम्प्लॉयबल हो सकता है, कुछ भी कुशलता जो हासिल कभी भी कर सकते हैं वैसे व्यक्ति। देखिए, आप प्रवीण जी, आप जब छोटे थे कंप्यूटर तो नहीं देखा होगा। हम और आप जब स्कूल में थे, कॉलेज में थे, कहाँ कंप्यूटर जानते थे। मगर हमको ये व्यक्तित्व के बारे में खूब, व्यक्तित्व ऐसा होना चाहिए, सबको इज्जत देनी चाहिए, रेस्पेक्ट करना चाहिए हमें, आदर सम्मान से रखना चाहिए सबको, करुणा, दया, ये सब भावों पर काफ़ी जोर दिया जा रहा था। फिर कोई भी नई चीज़ सीखने में हमको कोई दिक्कत नहीं होती थी। अभी कंप्यूटर हम लोग आसानी से सीख गए। आज क्या है, बच्चे तकनीक सीखने में कुशल तो है ही। कोई नया फ़ोन आता है, वो नया फ़ोन को कैसा चलाना है 4 साल के बच्चे भी सीख लेते हैं। आप और हमको तो टाइम लगेगा, 2-3 दिन लगता है, और बच्चे 2 दिन में वो सीख लेते हैं। तो ये टेक्निकल नॉलेज तो खूब है, ये बढ़ाते रहना चाहिए। इसके साथ साथ हमको क्या है, बच्चों में एक मानवीय मूल्यों को हमें भरना चाहिए। यदि हम मानवीय मूल्यों को बिना भरे बच्चों को स्किल व्यक्ति बनाते हैं वो ना उनके लिए उपयोगी होंगे, वो औरों के लिए उपयोगी होंगे, समाज के लिए तो बिल्कुल भी नहीं उपयोगी होंगे। तो इसलिए हमें ये पूरा ध्यान देना चाहिए, व्यक्तित्व निर्माण। एक व्यक्ति कितना सभ्य, एजुकेटेड माने वो सभ्य है क्या, सुशिक्षित है क्या। शिक्षित तो सब बन जाते हैं, मगर सुशिक्षित है क्या, वो देखना हमें आवश्यक है। ये सुशिक्षित व्यक्ति का व्यवहार कैसा है, ये कैसा और लोगों से काम करता है, टीम वर्क आता है कि नहीं। कि हमारे देश में भी ये समस्या है, कई ऑफिसर्स हैं वो अकेले तो अच्छा काम करते हैं मगर टीम वर्क तो बिल्कुल नहीं आता उनको। 4 लोगों के साथ मिलके काम नहीं करने से प्रोजेक्ट सब ठप हो जाते हैं। अच्छे प्रोजेक्ट्स लेके आते हैं मगर आपस में मतभेद के वजह से, मनमुटापा होने के वजह से देश के कितने सारे प्रोजेक्ट ठप हो गए। तो इन सब बातों को देखते हमें ये लगता है व्यक्ति को टीम वर्क हमें सिखाना चाहिए। जापान में देखेंगे आप, टीम वर्क बहुत अच्छा मिलेगा आपको। ऐसे ही आप यूरोप में देखेंगे, जर्मनी में प्रिसिशन, किसी भी काम को 19-20 नहीं रखेंगे, वो 20 माने 20 ही रहेगा। इस तरह कुशलता पूर्वक जर्मन का वो लोग वहाँ इंजीनियर्स तैयार होते हैं। जर्मन की जो प्रिसिशन माने वो दुनिया में उसका साथी कहीं नहीं, वो वैसा दुनिया में उसके बराबर कहीं भी नहीं मिलेगा। और कोई एक भी मिशनरी उनके गलत नहीं निकलेंगे, क्यों, उनके भीतर ऐसा प्रिसिशन का है। ऐसे इंग्लैंड के लोगों में देखेंगे आप, एटिकसी है, सभ्यता है। वो हमारे यहाँ भागम दौड़ी में धक्का मुक्का मार के आगे नहीं निकलते, वो दूसरों को आने देते हैं, अपना लाइन पे न खड़े होके करेंगे। इस तरह से कई बातें हैं, हर संस्कृति से हम ले सकते हैं। तो एक विश्व मानव की कल्पना एक सुशिक्षित व्यक्ति से ही संभव हो सकता है। और ऐसे व्यक्ति हम तैयार करें, आदर्श व्यक्ति हम तैयार करें, उनकी तो पूरी दुनिया में मांग होगी।
So really shared.
Gurudev, shall we go ahead with this second round of questions, or shall we go ahead for rapid fire questions, because we have received questions from thousands of students across the country.
रैपिड फायर करें, रैपिड फायर करो। करीब करीब बाकी सब बातें तो मैंने कह ही दिया है, आप लोग तो सब जानते ही हैं आप, मगर मैं आप सबको बधाई देता हूं। आप लोग भारत के युवाओं को जो प्रतिभा उनके भीतर है वो उभार रहे हैं, और जो नहीं है उनको उनके भीतर डाल रहे हैं। ये दोनों काम आप लोग कर रहे हो, ताकि ऐसे कोचिंग इंस्टीट्यूट से ही बच्चे निकल करके अपना जो है ना एक उज्जवल भविष्य के ओर चल पा रहे हैं। वैसे तो फॉर्मल एजुकेशन से इतना ध्यान नहीं दिया जाता है बच्चों के भविष्य के बारे में, मगर आप लोग जो काम कर रहे हैं ये बहुत सराहनीय है। और ये काम आप करते रहिए और बड़े पैमाने से करना है कि आज भी भारत दुनिया के नक्शे में एजुकेशन में जहां होनी चाहिए वहां नहीं है। 500 यूनिवर्सिटी के भीतर जहां होनी चाहिए हमारे बच्चों को, वहां अभी हमारे यूनिवर्सिटीज को, कॉलेजेस को अभी नहीं है। और लाने का जिम्मेदारी हम सबके ऊपर है। अपना आप सबको मैं निमंत्रण दूंगा कि आप अपना यहाँ आश्रम में आइए कभी कोविड-19 के बाद, फिर अपना यूनिवर्सिटी एक बार आप आके देखिए। हमने कहा एक मॉडल बना के देखते हैं। तो ये बेस्ट ऑफ ईस्ट एंड बेस्ट ऑफ वेस्ट, I brought in together the best of East and best of West, and because see, lot of our youths are going abroad to study, but there they experience lot of discrimination, racial discrimination. They feel lonely. There so many people have committed suicide. So many were targeted. If they are brilliant students, they were targeted there. So looking at all this, when this was all happening in Australia, in 1 year we lost nearly about 8 or 10 of our youths for racial violence. I thought, why not bring the best faculty to India and have our children go through education right here. So in Bhubaneswar, we started this university with this idea to bring the best of East and best of West. And I would invite you all to come and visit the university sometime. And you will see how it's the university which is free from drugs, alcohol, and all those habits which you would want people to keep away, young people to get rid of those habits. There they are very happy, and it's the most happiest campus where everybody is happy. Children are happy, youths are happy, faculties are happy. It's just a model for others to inspire other university to repeat that, replicate it. So you're all most welcome to come. Sometimes we'll make a plan there. Meanwhile, I wish you all the success in bringing the wisdom to the youth of this country, and keep expanding your institutes so that more and more youth will get benefit out of it. All the best.
Thank you.
Rapid fire round questions, Gurudev.
Yes, Suvidha, go ahead.
Yes, so Gurudev, leader. So one word coming to your mind when leader.
Leaders, hiding inside every youth.
Mind.
You have to mind it.
Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi, good to have it, only for some time.
Dreams.
Achieve it, you can.
Career.
Career will follow you, don't worry.
Social media.
Social media, make good use of it.
Breakup.
Huh?
Breakup.
Breakups. Oh, breakups. Makeup.
Chaos.
Huh? Chaos. Source of bliss.
Doctor.
Doctors. Yeah. That's your choice to pick up which type of doctor.
Addiction.
Addictions. Get rid of it through Kriya, Sudarshan Kriya.
Passion.
Keep it.
And Gurudev, if given a choice, what would you choose, this or that, online or offline?
Online is very good.
Intellect or intuition?
Intuition.
Sports or studies?
I'll study the sports.
Food or meditation?
Meditation is the food for soul.
Job or startup?
Do the job before you start up.
Free will or destiny?
You are free to choose, make your destiny.
Traditional or modern?
Our tradition is very modern.
You have left us with no choice to go ahead one on one. Passion or dispassion?
It's the dispassion gives life to passion.
Best friend or girlfriend?
Choice yours.
I or you?
Know that I am in you.
And Gurudev, we have last 3 one-liners. Do you believe in love at first sight?
Say that again.
Do you believe in love at first sight?
Love was first sight. Oh, yeah. Love at first sight and love gradually. Both are possible.
And Gurudev, if you had access to time machine, where and when would you like to go?
If I have time, where I would like to go?
If you had access to time machine, where and when would you like to go?
Oh, now and here.
And the last one, Gurudev, had you not been Gurudev, which of the following professions would you have chosen? Pilot, politician, scientist, or a painter?
Being a spiritual guru, all these things comes inside of you.
Indeed, Gurudev, indeed.
You see, being a spiritual guru is one who is piloting the vehicle of life. And spiritual guru cares for people. Caring for people, working for people is politics. Yeah. And then what is the other?
Scientist or a painter?
Yeah, painter? Scientist.
Pilot?
Yeah. Scientist, spiritual guru have to have scientific temper. A guru is always scientist. And then painter, yes, it paints a better picture of everyone's life. Okay, you are all very tough questioners. The youths, I like those tough questions. I enjoy them. And my congratulations to all the youth, all those who are, keep posing very, very tough questions to me. And I would enjoy that, of course. And I wish you all the best in your career. Know that a brilliant future awaits for you. You must know that. Take it from me.
Good.
This temporary phase where we are going through a sort of depression is a temporary phase. This is only think this is an opportunity, okay, to develop more of your skills, and you will come up very well. I'm very certain about it, and take it from me, okay?
They would request you if we can speak few words in Telugu as well. We are just receiving a lot of messages. A lot of students are watching.
We have a lot of Telugu audience. If you can speak a few words to motivate them and how to stay focused during this time, that would be great.
మంచిది, అందరూ బాగున్నారు కదా. నాకు అంత బాగా తెలుగు రాదు, మళ్ళీ నేను ప్రయత్నం చేస్తాను కొంచెం చెప్పేదానికి. మీరందరూ చింతలన్నీ వదిలేసి మంచిగా చదవండి, మీ భవిష్యం ఉజ్వలంగా ఉంటుంది. అది దాంట్లో ఏమి సంశయం లేదు, సందేహం లేదు, పెట్టొద్దు. మీరు భారతదేశంలో ఒక పెద్ద పవర్ అండి, ఫోర్స్. మీరందరూ మీ లోపల పెద్ద శక్తి ఉంది. దాన్ని కనుక్కొని, మన లోపల శక్తి ఉంది అని కనుక్కొని మీరందరూ ముందు వెళ్ళండి. అందరికీ మన శుభాశయం.
Thank you.
Gurudev, shall we request you for a short meditation for the students? Or...
yeah, what we will do, we can take just a couple of minutes break and you can have a meditation session. Everybody can have meditation. Meanwhile, you can lead them through some Bhastrika. I think you are very good in, they can lead very good meditation. They are so well trained, Vivek and Suvidha. Yeah? You lead them into a short meditation after Bhastrika.
Gurudev, your wisdom always guides us on the path to be followed. Thank you for these wise words, and I'm sure that students must have been benefited and have got clarity they are seeking about their future. Thank you so much, Gurudev, for your presence, and thank you all the panelists being here. And as Gurudev said, let us get into meditation for a while. Thank you, Gurudev.
Thank you, Gurudev. Thank you.
बहुत अच्छा.
वापस आएंगे.
खुशियों का ये पिटारा, झूमे संसार सारा, तुझको तुझसे मिलाने आए हैं हम तो यारा. AOL रेडियो, जरा मुस्कुराइए. AOL रेडियो, जरा मुस्कुराइए.
Let us sit back with our shoulders relaxed, body relaxed. Now let's breathe in and lift our shoulders up to touch our ears if we can, so that our spine is elongated, is stretched, and then bring our shoulders back and we breathe out and relax. Now Let's close your eyes. And become aware of our whole body. Let us recollect the weight of our body, whatever it is, 60 kilos or 120 pounds, 150 pounds, whatever is our weight, let us just recollect. We take a deep breath in, and as we breathe out, let's place the weight on the chair, on the sofa, or on the floor we are sitting. Rather, let us realize the chair we are sitting is carrying the weight of our body. We came into this planet weighing just 5 kilos or 4 kilos or 8 pounds. And today we weigh 60, 70, 80 kilos. Let us honor our own body. Our body is a precious gift to us from nature. Our body has billions and trillions of cells. Let's feel our own body. Body is the first dimension of our existence. Now let's become aware of the second dimension, the breath. Let's take a deep breath in and let go. Let us become aware of the air all around us and inside of us. Let's become aware of the air all around us and inside of us. And let's take a deep breath in and breathe out. Incoming breath energizes the body and outgoing breath brings relaxation. And this phenomenon is happening all the time. Let us welcome the incoming breath with a smile and let us see off the outgoing breath like we would do any honored guest. Let us breathe in with reverence to our own breath and breathe out as you would see off a dear friend. Now let us become aware of our mind. Our body is like the wick of a candle and mind is like the glow all around it. In fact, our life is radiating from every cell of our body. Whatever thoughts are coming in the mind, just let them come. Good thoughts, bad thoughts, let's give a big hug to them all. Embrace all the thoughts And let us take another deep breath in and let go. As the body relaxes, the mind seems to be expanding. Let us become aware of the walls of the room we are in or the space around us. A deep breath in and relax. Let us become aware of the empty space above our head. And let go all our efforts. This moment there is nothing to do and nothing to know either. Just for a few minutes, let us just relax, let go all our efforts. Nothing to do, nothing to know. And allow the sound to fill the entire space. Relax into this more and more. You are peace. We are peace. We are love. We are the source of life. You are peace. Repose in yourself. Let go. Let go of all efforts. Let us take our attention to the top of the head. Simultaneously, let us take our attention to our breath. Notice the rhythm of the breath. Our breathing has become very subtle. Let us keep a big smile on our face. As we smile, all the muscle in our face gets deep relaxation. Repose with a smile. Let us repose in ourselves with a smile. Let us observe the temperature of our breath, the volume of the breath. And let's keep relaxing more and more. Let our smile percolate to the back of our head. Just imagine the back of your head is also smiling. The effect of smile getting into our ears. Our ears are smiling. And let the smile percolate to our throat and neck. Let every cell of our body start relaxing now. Let them smile, blossom, relax. Right this moment, as though our whole body is blossoming or relaxing, smiling. Let go of all your efforts. Any tension anywhere, just let it be. If we find some discomfort, let it be for a little while. Let's bear with all the discomfort. Let's take a deep breath in and breathe out slowly and gradually. Another deep breath in with a smile and breathe out with a smile. You are peace, you are peace, you are peace. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Let's take notice of the temperature of our breath now. Let's notice that the entropy is down. Let us become aware of the space around our body, the space in the room we are in. Another deep breath in with a smile and breathe out with a smile. This time let's become aware of the vast sky and millions of stars out there. Another deep breath in, and as we breathe out, let us become aware of our body and surroundings. And slowly and gradually we may open our eyes.